The Spirit of Eshara. Episode 6. Arrival in Mwanga'Jiwe. Asha, Imani, and Zuberi climbed steadily along the rocky path that led up to Mwanga'Jiwe, the realm of mountains and sky. The air grew thin and crisp as they ascended, the landscape stretching wide and open around them. Unlike the shadowed woods of Kivuli, Mwanga'Jiwe felt exposed and raw, its vast cliffs and towering peaks looming overhead. Asha paused, catching her breath as she looked out over the valley below. Clouds drifted close to the mountain's edge, like soft blankets that seemed just out of reach. She felt a thrill of excitement and fear. The higher they climbed, the more she sensed the power of Mwanga'Jiwe, an energy that felt ancient and untamed. "Ah, we're finally here," Imani said, sounding both relieved and awestruck. She glanced around, her gaze landing on the distant peaks. "The Windwalkers will be watching us already. They see everything up here." Zuberi nodded. "They are the guardians of sight and protection, but they are also wary of strangers, Spirit Keeper. Oh. The Windwalkers will want to test your resolve before they trust you." Asha glanced at Isi in her hand, feeling its warmth guide her once again. She knew that every realm had its own rules, its own guardians, and she would need to prove herself to each one if she wanted to restore balance. "Then let them test me," she said, her voice steady. "I came here to heal, and I'm ready to face whatever they ask of me." The first encounter. As they continued along the rocky path, the wind began to pick up, gusting sharply and whistling through the narrow crevices in the mountain. Suddenly, a figure appeared ahead of them, blocking their way. Tall and slender, the figure's robes billowed around them like mist, blending with the swirling wind. Their face was hidden by a veil, but their eyes shone with a piercing intensity. The Windwalker raised a hand, and the wind stopped abruptly, leaving a deep silence hanging over the mountain. They spoke, their voice calm but powerful. "You come as strangers to Mwanga'Jiwe, a realm that does not welcome the unworthy. Why have you come?" Asha stepped forward, bowing respectfully. "I am Asha, the Spirit Keeper. I have come to restore balance to Eshara, to heal the fractures between the realms." The Windwalker studied her for a moment, then nodded slightly. "Words are easy to speak, but actions reveal truth. If you truly wish to heal, then you must face the trials of sight and storm." Asha glanced at Zuberi and Imani, feeling a mixture of excitement and anxiety. She had faced challenges before, but there was something about the Windwalker's calm power that made her feel small, unprepared. The Windwalker gestured for her to follow. "The trials of sight and storm will reveal your inner strength, your commitment. Only then will we know if you are worthy to walk the path of the Spirit Keeper." The trial of sight. The Windwalker led Asha to the edge of a high cliff, where the clouds swirled below like a restless sea. The air was cold, the wind sharp against her face as she stood on the edge, staring into the mist. "To see truly, one must look beyond what is visible," the Windwalker said, their gaze fixed on Asha. "Step forward, Spirit Keeper. Trust in the unseen, for it is the heart of Mwanga'Jiwe." Asha's heart raced as she looked down, seeing nothing but clouds and shadows below. But she felt Essence's warmth steadying her, reminding her of the strength she had already found within herself. Taking a deep breath, she stepped forward, feeling her foot leave solid ground. For a moment, she was suspended in the air, her body tense with fear. But then, something caught her. A current of wind, holding her steady as if carrying her through the clouds. She opened her eyes, gasping in awe as she saw visions swirling around her. She saw her village, her family, and the realms of Eshara, each one connected by threads of light. The fractures were visible too, like dark cracks running through the fabric of the realms. And then, she saw herself standing with Isi, surrounded by the spirits of each realm, her presence bridging the gaps between them. The vision faded, and Asha found herself standing back on solid ground, the Windwalker watching her with approval. You have seen truly, Spirit Keeper. Mwanga'Jiwe acknowledges your sight. The Trial of Storm. The Windwalker then led Asha to the heart of Mwanga'Jiwe, where storm clouds gathered thick and dark. Lightning flashed across the sky, and thunder rumbled like the voice of the mountain itself. Asha felt a surge of energy, the power of the storm vibrating in her bones. To walk the path of the Spirit Keeper, you must know resilience, the Windwalker said. The storm will test your strength. Stand in its path and let it reveal your heart. Quote. Asha nodded, feeling both fear and determination as she faced the swirling storm. She held Essie tightly, feeling its warmth pulse in rhythm with her heartbeat. The wind whipped around her, fierce and unrelenting, but she held her ground, refusing to back down. The storm grew stronger, the lightning flashing dangerously close, but Asha stood firm, her mind focused on the strength she had found in Kivuli, the courage she had shown in Mwanga'Jiwe. She was more than just a spirit keeper, she was part of Eshara, bound to the land and its people. With a final roar, the storm passed, leaving a quiet calm in its wake. Asha let out a breath, feeling both drained and invigorated. She had faced the storm and emerged unbroken. The Windwalker nodded, their eyes filled with respect. You have shown resilience, Spirit Keeper. Mwanga'Jiwe accepts you. A revelation of unity. After the trials, the Windwalker led Asha back to Zuberi and Imani, who waited at the edge of the cliffs. Both looked at her with a mix of pride and awe. Imani grinned, giving her a playful nudge. Not bad, Landwalker, of them. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Zuberi's gaze was warm, his expression filled with admiration. You have proven yourself to the Windwalkers, Asha. You carry the spirit of Eshara within you. The Windwalker extended their hand, offering Asha a small, feathered charm. Take this. It is a symbol of Mwanga'Jiwe's blessing, a reminder that you are now part of this realm. Asha accepted the charm, feeling a surge of gratitude, of Mwanga'Jiwe's, earned the respect of Mwanga'Jiwe, and taken another step toward restoring balance. But more than that, she had begun to understand the unity of the realms, their need to work together, to protect and respect one another. With the blessing of the Windwalkers, Asha felt a renewed sense of purpose. She was not just a spirit keeper, she was a bridge, a unifier who could bring the realms together. As they prepared to leave Mwanga'Jiwe, Asha looked back at the mountains, feeling a connection that ran deep, binding her to the land. Whatever challenges lay ahead, she knew she would face them with the strength of Mwanga'Jiwe, the wisdom of Kivuli, and the resilience of Mwanga'Jiwe. With her allies by her side, she stepped forward, ready for whatever awaited her on the path to restoring Eshara. End of episode 6.